I came to was in February 2013 at HTM. And I still remember the theme of the meeting was sugar and spice and all things nice. And the Toastmaster on that day was another phenomenal person. She's not with HTM anymore. Her name is Toastmaster Sudha Ramani Villagota. She was a Toastmaster of the day, and I think she was majorly instrumental in me falling in love with Toastmasters. And of course, the HTM tradition continued to keep me here. So a big round of applause to my first mentor, Sudha Ramani Villagota. How many of you have mentors? It's a general question. You just have to, whatever meaning you get out of that statement, you'll have to raise your hand or choose not to. How many of you have mentors? All right. I'm hoping most of you got 2 slips of paper. Yes, you did? Anybody who has not? You need one more. If you have only one, or if you have 2, if you have a neighbor who does not have, can you just share one of yours with the other person?
Or
use any piece of paper to write.
Or can we make it 2?
You can make it 2?
Yeah, better you make it 2.
You're not going to write the epic story here, so it's just a matter of 2-3 lines. I'm sure you'll be able to adjust. Alright, I'll count till 10 before we finish this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's all settle down at that.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, sharing is caring. Caring is also caring right now. So you can take. How many of you are mentors? Okay, so we have mentors, we are mentors. I've always had a very love-hate relationship with my mentors. One day, I absolutely adore them. On the other day, I why am I even here? My mentors have put me through fire. My mentors have put me on a pedestal. My mentors have played devil's advocate. My mentors have played angels for me. And whoever I am today is basically a little bits of all my mentors. But am I really talking about my Toastmasters mentor is a question you have to ask yourself. My first mentors were my parents. Do you have mentors now? Yes. People who are still hesitating to raise their hands, can we all have you raise your hands? Do you have mentors and parents? Do you have mentors and sisters? Do you have mentors and brothers? In cousins? In that boss who's sitting and has that sword hanging over your head all the time? Yes. So for the general non-Toastmaster context, mentors come in many, hands. With Sailesh right in front of me, I clearly wanted to avoid that, but you know what? So your mentors and your spouses, let me say that, other men will feel very left out. Okay, mentors and spouses? And it's not even going up. Sitting here. Alright. So mentors come in many forms and shapes and sizes. And, the idea is by the end of today, if you are a non-Toastmaster, there are some common qualities on mentors. I want you to be able to absorb that bit of it. But most of my talk will be about mentors in Toastmasters. Alright? So for the Toastmasters who have those chips, and for the non-Toastmasters who still have those chips, there are 2 angles I want you to think about. I'll give you really just a minute to do this. It doesn't ideal mentor be. Write down 2 or 3 qualities your mentor must have. Not good to have, must have. And on the other side, hold on please, I'm not finished with my instructions. On the other side, okay, how should your mentee be? If you had a mentee in Toastmasters or in a mentee otherwise, if you're mentoring somebody, if you are a Teach for India volunteer, or if you're working for any NGO and you have somebody under your wings, how would you like that person to respond to you? Mentee to you as a mentor. Alright? So 2 angles. Am I clear with what I want you to do? Okay, I'm counting to 60 now, very quickly. If you have one piece of paper, then use both sides to write. Thank you for asking. Yeah, counting 60. Can you use your phone? Oh, you want a pen? Okay, last 10 seconds. Thank you. Wherever you are, you may stop now. Okay. How many of you know how strong mentoring is in Toastmasters? Do you have any idea up until what level we mentor and what is the role of a mentor in Toastmasters? Anybody who's a non-Toastmaster? Actually, discussion can be to a Toastmaster also. I am worried. Should I go home? Toastmaster? Any Toastmaster can answer the major guidelines of mentoring in Toastmasters?
Mentoring is available across all levels.
Okay, across all levels it's available. Who can mentor an individual, Ajit?
Well, actually, I would say anybody can mentor anyone, so long as it's forthright and has an opinion on it. So, honest feedback and opinion on what he sees
Is given to the mentee.
is given to a mentee.
Okay.
That would be a starting.
Alright. I joined in 2013, if you remember I told you that, but before that I was in the area of learning and development since 2006. However, and I used to get feedback. We all know the word feedback, right? Today when someone says, come I'll give you feedback, your heart goes thump, 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 because the connotation is so negative right now. So I used to get feedback all the time when I was a trainer, but the feedback forms said very little on how I could improve. Or the numbers were not useful enough for me to understand where I should improve. The Toastmasters platform relies very heavily on the mentoring program. Every club follows a mentoring program. Okay? Now, mentors are sitting all around you. They're available everywhere. But there is a challenge. The challenge is in the mentor-mentee relationship. What do you think could be one or two challenges in a mentor-mentee relationship? Can anybody shout out? Yes.
The understanding between the feedback given to the mentee and the back to the mentor.
Understanding of the feedback given could be a challenge. Anybody else?
Expectations from both.
Expectations from both parties. Yes.
The mentee believes the mentor doesn't know anything.
The mentee does not trust the mentor so much. Yeah? Or believes that he's not good enough for me. Thank you.
I think the other side of that is understanding that the mentor is human also, is not perfect and may not have all the answers.
Thank you. Understanding that the mentor is also learning alongside and the mentor does not have all the answers to your questions. Thank you for that. Yes, sir.
Establishing trust.
Establishing trust becomes a challenge. So that comes from all these, that if my mentee falters somewhere, I feel that he's not pulling up his socks. If a mentor falters, I'll say, oh my God, what kind of a mentor did I get? Yeah? Could be anything. Pasma Javis.
It's about the time also. Time, you should give time to the mentee and the mentee should give time to the mentee.
Yeah, that's our biggest challenge today, is not having the time. All right. Yes, sir.
Respect each other.
I'm so sorry. I will ask you to hold on for just a second.
The way of mentoring.
The way of mentoring. That's very broad, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
Respect each other.
Respect each other. Okay. How do I respect?
Other to the guidelines of the timelines.
Adhere to the guidelines of the timeless. He's a poet. All right. Okay. So the idea is to strike the right note. Having said that mentoring is very strong, we also have a lot of challenges which we are trying to overcome. I want to interrupt this session for all of you to give a big round of applause to Bharti. Our current president of Hyderabad Toastmasters. Thank you, Bharti, for coming. I'd like to latch on to the point you made, that mentors are not perfect. At least in Toastmasters, we believe that, like Ajit said, anybody can mentor anybody. There is really no education level that is looked at or a leadership level that is looked at. There are in some areas, but not at all areas. As long as I'm willing to grow and I'm willing to help somebody upskill, I can mentor anybody. And the whole point of mentoring is to be able to help that person tap into his or her own potential. And there is really no end to that potential. And that's what that definition basically says. Now, do you know what are the demands of a mentor? Before I put the slide on, what is the demand from a mentor? Prasad.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, what was the question?
What is the demand from a mentor? If I'm a mentor, what does Toastmasters demand from me?
My time, I guess.
Thank you. The first thing is my time. Okay. So I have the time, and then what else?
Encourage, intent.
Encourage what? No, what's the demand from me?
Willing for
The intent.
The intent to mentor. Thank you very much. The intent to mentor. Do I really want to mentor someone? Just because I have the time, I don't want to sign up to be a mentor and not show interest in the area? Someone said something.
Yeah, willing for mentees.
Willing mentees.
Willing for mentees. I mean, the person who is willing to learn. Like you said that demands right.
Yeah.
So the person should be whoever I'm mentoring. Mentoring, he should be very willing.
Ability to learn.
Ability to learn. Willing to learn from me? Okay. So in Toastmasters, let me just burst the bubble there. We have a Vice President Education who was the today's presiding officer. So in HTM and many other clubs, the Vice President Education applies, and in fact with the EC's consent, applies their own discretion and maps mentors to mentees. So the mentee is not really interviewed on who do you want as a mentor. To begin with, a mentor is assigned to you. Okay, how does this help? How does this help the mentee or the mentor? Any idea? Now look at, I hope you're all mapping it to your own lives. Huh? Class 9 math teacher. You may not have liked, but he taught you math year long, right? Correct? Did I ask you? This is the lineup of math teachers. Who do you like? No. They just gave the math teacher to you, right? That's exactly how it works. But what's the learning from this?
Gets familiar with the
Willingness to accept the mentor.
Willingness to accept the mentor. Did you say something which I didn't? Adaptability. Thank you. I have a style, okay? And I don't have mentees in this room, do I? Oh, I have mentees in this room. But no, not really. They gave me, you know who? All the heavyweights. They gave me Surekha, they gave me Venkata, they gave me Bharti, they gave me Sailesh. Where is he? Yeah. Thank God they didn't give Ajit. Okay. They gave me, how will I mentor them? See, it's uncanny that they're asking me to stand here and talk about mentoring with some of the best mentors probably under the sun. So I have a style of mentoring. Now Bharti has a different style of getting mentored, okay? Venkata has a very different one. Sailesh, though, forget it. Yeah? Surekha has a different one. So when Talat assigns a mentee to me, the learning from me is I learn to tweak my style to suit every person. Do I alter? Do I transform? Yes, I do. Is that a leadership skill if I were to apply this in office? Yes. I don't have a team of 20 who are all thinking in the same style, right? Yeah? And look at the mentee. Her previous mentee would have been Venkata. Ideal mentor, okay? Very patient, very tolerant. And now she's stuck with me. What is happening to her?
She's not well.
She's not well today. I caused the answer. No, but that's the mentee's learning, that in Toastmasters, we recommend that you don't have a single mentor throughout your journey. We recommend that you change mentors, so you learn from different people. Now why is that?
To taste the different flavors.
To take in different flavors.
Different qualities.
Thank you. Every mentor comes with different strengths. Yeah? Look around you and your cousins and brothers perhaps who you interact with, or your colleagues. Don't you have subject matter experts who you go to when you get stuck with a particular problem? Yeah? cousin you go to with a particular problem, whereas you don't go to probably your own brother or somebody else. Who are they? They are all the same mentors with different skill sets, and you know who specializes in what, and hence you direct yourself that side. So you'll have mentors who are great with leadership skills. I know for a fact that Sudha was great with her ability to analyze the speech. I mean, I think she just saw through the speech like that. I learned great writing skills from her. But some of the best leadership skills I learned was from one of our previous presidents, Rajiv Shroff. A taskmaster, but great learning. I'm sure Palak will agree on that. So I have different mentors who taught me different things. And that's how mentorship works. So that is the first mentor-mentee relationship. It will vary, it must vary. It must never be sweet all the time. If your mentee is telling you you're awesome, it's time to change the mentor. Okay? That's one thing I can tell you is there will always be a kind of a scratch or a little crack, and the crack is good because it will let the light through. Always remember that. Yeah, that's a good one. Alright, so the mentor in Toastmasters, there's a lot of knowledge about Toastmasters that is sitting out there. When a new member enters Toastmasters, it's a lot of information to take in. The meeting that you saw today is merely what? Maybe the tip of the iceberg, very little. Remember the first statement Param said in the morning when we opened the meeting? How many of you remember what he said? Sureka, yes ma'am.
Started by 1 minute late.
Started by 1 minute late, and he also said that it takes a lot of work to begin our 10th anniversary at 10 o'clock. Yeah, it is a lot of work. Yeah, that's the amount of, that is just what you saw. So what happens in the background is all the upskilling that each person who came on the stage today is doing. So the mentor, we expect to serve as a role model, coach and confidant. Why a confidant? Yes ma'am?
While I pursue growing and developing the game on everyone's what I pursue as my confidence. But I'd like my mentor to advise me on it, so we need to have a trust relationship.
You will have, you will find a lot of mentees who hesitate to take on certain roles. They'll say, I will do roles within HTM, but I'm concerned about going out and doing a role outside. What does a mentee do? What does it say about the speaker? What does it say about the mentee? Huh? Yeah, so they say that I am now comfortable here and I'd like to stay here for some time. But if the mentee says, all right, fantastic, 2 years you can take to stay here, is that a good sign? Not necessarily. On the other hand, we do talk about self-paced program. However, there is a boundary to that pace. You cannot say I'll be here for 2 years and mentor says no. So the mentor will be a confidant to understand what is it that is bothering the mentor. The mentor will also play devil's advocate and say, you know what, take the role of a timer, but just get out of the club box and see what's happening outside. So that's the confidant. I want to focus on the last one. The other two are quite easy. Personal interest and time. If there is one demand from a mentor, that is time. If I am a member and I am just a member, I have no additional roles. I think if I want to give a speech once in 3 months, all I need is maybe 2 hours or 3 hours in the whole month to dedicate to Toastmasters. But if I become a mentor, it is my journey plus my mentee's journey. And if I have 2 mentees, it's my journey plus those 2 people's journey. So is my time doubling and tripling? Yes. Because you are not going to say, mentee will write a speech and I will just have to scan. Speech is just one element. It's the entire journey we are talking about. So if I'm a mentor, it is my time plus their time and their time that I have to factor in. How much time do you think an average HTMer invests in their Toastmaster journey? HTMer. I'm being very specific, HTMer.
Per day?
A day in what? A day in relevant.
You are asking per day or how?
Per day? How many minutes is that? Okay. 2 hours? 2 hours? No, 2 hours is on the top side. Ajit will run away back to Mumbai.
Very transactionally 10 minutes or 5 minutes, 15 minutes a day.
Is that too much to ask? Not at all. If you are taking on district leadership roles and other roles, then the game is completely different. But for a regular executive committee member or a member, if you break it down, it's not more than 20-25 minutes a day. And I'm sure for our development, that's not asking for too much. Agree? Yeah? Do you have any questions at this point on the demands of the mentor? No? Okay. I'm going to breeze through the next few slides, only to arrive at one other aspect. How does a mentor help you? There is an educational program which is extremely elaborate, and thanks to Toastmasters International revamp, it's going to change all over again starting next year, which means mentors have to learn the program to teach the program. And we have our Chief Ambassador, Toastmasters Pathway Learning Program, Toastmaster Venkata here. Thank you, sir, for all the effort. Every club has its own customs and standards. HTM, for example, we are deathly serious about the way we conduct our meetings. It is probably not possible in a corporate culture, but in community clubs we do have that. So that's the custom of our club. The mentor pushes you to build on your confidence. And at the end of the journey, the idea is never to compare you with somebody else. So if I have 3 mentees, I treat each mentee as an independent person. I am not allowed to compare this mentee versus this mentee, because they don't come with the same fingerprints. They can't be the same. So it is Norbert today versus Norbert in January 2017. It's Norbert versus Norbert January 2017 to March 2017. It's your own journey. So I build as a mentor my ability to make you a better person is one. Just because I am teaching doesn't mean I am not learning. This is what happened to all our teachers. As a mentor, I have a great benefit. How many mentors believe that you've learned while you are mentoring? Thank you. There is a recognition program in Toastmasters. When you mentor somebody, in the leadership manual we have Project 9, which is the mentoring project. And you know who evaluates you? In a regular meeting, if I'm giving a speech, Bharti will evaluate or Raju will evaluate. But the Project 9 is evaluated by
The speaker.
the mentee.
The mentee, that's right.
Yeah, not anybody else. So we have to be really careful as to how we handle our mentees, because mentees will be honest with their feedback, because we taught them to be honest by that time. Okay, by the time they reach their Project 9, we've already taught them to be honest. Okay, I want to burst a myth here. When people enter Toastmasters platform, they believe that it is a speaking platform. So I'm here to build my communication skills. Any non-Toastmaster who can give me the tagline for Toastmasters International? Thank you. Who said that? Pavan Tulsija. Open the door, no? Listener, catch it. Non-Toastmaster. Okay, where leaders are made. So we want to encompass the leadership with the communication, and which is why we say that it is just not about the speeches, but it's about the overall development of your mentee. So it's not just speeches, and we have all these things that happen. A lot of times we also ask mentees who have the potential to take on roles outside the club, events that are at the division, area, district levels, and we also ask them to take up roles in terms of leadership. We push them to become executive committee members, which role was offered by Salil to me. I was very reluctant, but I'm so happy I didn't say no, because he probably saw the potential and I did not see it myself. So I was pushed into it, and I couldn't be happier that I accepted it. So see how somebody else makes your journey for you, and that's what Salil did for me. And we push them to also take on leadership roles at area and district level officers, that is leadership roles outside the club. So it's a great learning. Now this is what a mentor has to be. I'll take 2 minutes. Okay. I want to focus on the 4th point, which is respect. How many of you know the Toastmasters core values? Okay, I have 3 hands to my hand. 4 area director, you better raise your hand. Okay. Any other Toastmasters? Venkata sir is no. Venkata, put your feet also up. Okay. He knows it so well. Okay. It's IRSE. Integrity, respect, service and excellence. The second one is respect. And can you tell me, in the purview of learning and mentoring, where does the word respect fit in?
Respect the time.
Respect the time. Okay, respect the time.
I think it means not to judge, prejudge a person. Wherever a person is starting from, to pick up the person from that point and taking it on and not question why is he there, why you are not able to do
Very
it.
true.
You are able to respect that part. I think that is the greatest thing you can do as a mentor.
Thank you very much. A round of applause to Riyaz for that. Respect comes in the purview of the learning because you don't know with what current skill set your mentee is coming with. The first thing you do is respect the fact that somebody is making the effort to develop themselves and they have been, put under your wings. You only can become the, wind beneath their wings right now, and that's what respect is all about. Support and listen. Support, of course, in all of it. And the one thing that we also do as a mentor, the biggest thing we do is we learn to listen. Listen when a mentee says, I am uncomfortable going outside the club, you're listening using empathy. If a mentee says, I am concerned about doing a TMOD role, you listen, not just to the statement, but what's behind the statement. And that's what listening and supporting is all about. Now, the mentor is doing all the work, right? Yeah? Can you take a quick look at that sheet you have? So you have the mentor and the mentee. Look at the role where you wrote your ideal mentor should be. If you've been any of that, please tick it off. As a mentor, and what we went through just now, in terms of empathy, listen, support, push, devil's advocate, all those things, hopefully you expect that from your mentor. If you are a mentor, have you been any of those? If you have, I'd like you to put a small tick against it and say, okay, you've journeyed that distance. If there are things that are left, then that's for you to do in the future. Is the mentor doing all the work? Yes. The mentee can sit and relax and do nothing at all? No. Mentee has to work?
Yes.
Why? Isn't the responsibility on the mentor? I only have to give you, everything.
It's a journey together. Right?
It's a journey together. Strike the right note together, mentor-mentee relationship. As a mentor, I have a list of complaints about my mentees, which unfortunately I can't talk about here. Okay? What does the mentee have to do? Very simple. The mentees have to be ready to get mentored. Willingness. I think someone here said, my mentor is not good enough for me. There is nothing like that. The mentor, if the mentor thinks that the mentee is not good enough, would you like it? What will you do if you think your mentor is not good enough for you?
Change them.
No, change ourselves.
Make him good enough.
Appropriate answers on the hindsight. However, in what area is he not good enough? Is it the communication aspect? Is it the leadership aspect? Have you dwelled? Is it just because you don't like the person? That's not valid a reason. You really have to list it out and approach your VP education and ask, you know what, these are the areas I want to develop in and I don't see my mentor giving that to me. Is it possible for me to get a different mentor? We always say change your mentor, yes. But if you think that you're not getting the best out of your current relationship with your mentor, there is nothing wrong in asking for a new mentor as long as the reasons are valid. Strong, valid, I'd say valid. Yeah? Be receptive. Your styles will never match at the beginning. The idea is to make sure they match. Okay? That's what relationships are all about, and mentor-mentee is no different. Again, the word respect keeps coming back almost in every slide. Okay? Here, the respect is that somebody is investing their time, effort into your skill development. So I think we have a lot of times when mentor writes mentee writes mentor writes to the mentee to progress. Sometimes there is really no response, or people have their own agendas. There is no problem in you being at your own pace as long as your mentor knows about it and says, you know what, over the next 2 months. I remember Krishnan doing this some time ago. Is Krishnan here? Or is he left? So Krishnan was very clear about the next 2 months I'm on this particular project, and I will not be able to contribute, so I will come back only after 2 months. That's being in communication, and that's what mentors appreciate also. This is just a technical slide for Toastmasters. Usually when we give mentoring to people who have made a little progress in their Toastmasters journey, so they know how mentoring is done. And at the club level, we have a certain criteria that a person has to meet. We have club mentors. When a club is formed, for the first 6 months, the club is given a mentor so that the club, kind of attains a stability in terms of how they conduct themselves. So that's the technical aspect of it. And, well, starting today, if you are somewhere there and you've not connected, please identify and connect with your mentor. And I would like to acknowledge a few people here before I get off the stage. I have my mentors here. I have my mentor from SEC3, I remember, Toastmaster Bharti, Surekha, Venkata, Sailesh. Did I miss anybody? Jessica. So thank you very much for being a part of my journey, and I hope you found this useful. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Pratima. Thank you, Madam President.